welcome back to another video. This one's going to be kind of a long repetitive one, but it's the first ride of the year. So, as you've seen in previous videos, we've done a lot of training with getting her confidence up with the saddle. And this was the first time that I was riding her. So you can see I took my time getting on her, and I'm asking her to walk on, and she's turning to face my foot, which kind of means she's not that happy in going forwards. But I just gently keep asking her. Got my seat comfortable to make sure that I'm well balanced in case things go wrong. So I try and keep my shoulders relaxed, my back straight, put my seat deep, and heels down, of course. Now I only really wanted to do a lot of walking so that she gets used to feeling my weight in the saddle again. And you can see she's quite responsive with commands, but you can also see that she's kind of fighting with the bit. And that's because last year I really rode her bitless. So she's getting used to that feeling of contact in her mouth. So when I do ask her to stop, I make sure that it's calm and that she has to continually stop. You know, I don't want to just stop and start straight away. Yeah, she's got quite a bouncy walk. But you can also see she's quite happy. She's not really worried at all that I'm on her back. The flies are bothering her a little bit, but as you can see, it's a pretty nice day. So I didn't walk too close to the edge because she can get a little bit spooky. But I kept it calm. Tried to keep some contact with the bit. But you can see that time there, the second time, she stopped a lot quicker. And then I only stood up in the saddle to kind of make sure I had my balance, and you saw that she stood square. But you can see she's relaxed, she's comfortable. I tried to make sure I'm relaxed, so I carried on talking a bit. But you can see that I'm hardly having to ask her anything. Like, she's very, very, very responsive. It's just that she's not very comfortable with the contact, and then she's debating whether or not to fight it. So the path that I kind of took was the one that I'd normally walk her on, what we did at the start of the session. And just as a little note, I did lunge her beforehand just to make sure she was feeling alright, just a quick walk and trot. And you can see she's interested in what's going on. But we try to keep things calm, and I think when you're starting riding again, especially with a horse that lacks confidence, you want to keep sessions short and sweet. So again, ask her to stop, and you can see she took that really well. She's quite happy. You can see she's waiting now for instructions, and that's perfect, really, in all honesty. From the very first time I asked her to stop and start, we've now gotten to the point that already she's properly listening. She's not fighting me. And just a little side note, what she used to do when we passed the shelter, she'd always try and drag whoever was working with her into there. She still does it sometimes loose, but she didn't try and fight me at all that time, which I was really pleased about. And again, I'd recommend testing kind of regularly if your horse is still listening, because it's easy for them to just start walking and then stop paying attention, and that's when something can spook them, or you might realise you don't have as much control as you thought you had. So it's good to just keep testing. This time I didn't want to add in anything that was too complicated for her, because I didn't want to overload her brain with too many things. So we just had a quite boring walk and tried to put in a few circles, because she's not very supple. So I'll just do a few circles around some of the patches where the grass is a bit different, just as a kind of guide for me. So again, she's still happy. You can see that she's not getting stressed. And then I asked her to wake up a little bit there, and she took that as I was asking for trot, which is fine, because then you can also see that she really listened when I told her, no, that's not what I meant. So I think it takes time for you guys to understand each other, but as long as there is clear communication, you'll get there where actually you don't really need any cues. That was me, again, just testing the brakes, because I could see she was a little bit distracted by what was going on at the bottom of the field, and I just didn't want to risk anything. And she's quite eager to continue. She likes to kind of get on with everything and then to finish as soon as possible. Which is why, to start with, again, you just want to keep things very, very calm. So you see she's starting to pull her head a little bit, but it's nothing dangerous. When I started practicing with the reins, like I showed in a previous video, she would properly pull her head down to the ground. So it's all those little bits of training that add up to make things a lot easier when we try. So this is when I asked her to trot, and you can see she's not as comfortable, but she still tried. And there's no real danger, and she's quite happy. And we only do a few strides so that it's nothing, like, it's not a big deal, you know? So that was it. I kind of wanted to end it with something a little bit interesting, but also to teach her that it never has to escalate continually, because especially while she's, while I'm training her in a kind of fitness way and then a confidence way, usually things escalate. So we'll do more and more trotting, which will then go to canter, and it'll be more cantering and then pole work, and then we'll have one little cool down session. So like this, I just wanted to say, okay, we can do a few strides of trot and then call it a day. So again, you can see she's really relaxed, actually. Again, see, she was ready to go again, because that's what she thought, it was going to be that escalation. So we say, no, we're just walking now. And that's it. I asked her to stand. So thanks for watching, and join us next time.